But the one light stand, raise your arms up and bounce. There's a lot of indicators there.
Officers pulled over a 21-year-old for hitting a traffic pole signal, only to discover that her dad was a cop. Arresting criminals isn't exactly easy for cops, as there is always an emotional back and forth. But what happens if the violator in question is their children? In today's video, we'll be looking at 4 cases where cops had to arrest their children.
Come back from Applebee's?
Yeah, I had a drink.
Okay. How old are you?
21.
You're 21?
Yeah.
On December 28, 2022, Teresa, a 21-year-old driver, was involved in a hit-and-run incident where she allegedly struck a traffic light, prompting police intervention. The narrative unfolds as officers engage Teresa in a conversation, unraveling a series of events that eventually led to her admission of guilt. Around 15 minutes after the hit-and-run incident, police located Teresa's vehicle at a gas station across the road. Teresa, who claimed innocence, repeatedly mentioned her father, an officer with the local police department, perhaps hoping for preferential treatment. Teresa initially denies any involvement in the hit-and-run, asserting that her bumper was already damaged from a previous incident in Pennsylvania. Throughout the conversation, Teresa mentions her father's profession over 5 times, possibly attempting to leverage the position for a favorable outcome.
The back entrance for Lowe's. Your vehicle came and impacted it on the passenger side, hitting the traffic light. So that means that you're coming from down a different part of Lanesville Road.
Under police scrutiny, Teresa admits to hitting a traffic pole after leaving Applebee's. She confesses to being intoxicated, texting while driving, and striking the pole, leading to the traffic signal falling. Teresa's father arrives at the scene but does not attempt to interfere. He cooperates with the police, providing information on the prior deer incident, but acknowledges the severity of the current damage. Suspicions of Teresa's intoxication are confirmed through field sobriety tests, and her blood alcohol level is found to be 0.17%, over twice the legal limit. Teresa is taken into custody and her vehicle is impounded. She faces charges of driving under the influence, reckless driving, and failure to report a car accident. The incident serves as an example of proper police procedure, despite familial connections, emphasizing the importance of integrity in investigations.
Have a seat in my car. We'll make shit up as we go.
Officer Kovat's abuse of power comes to light when personal biases drive him to misuse his authority in a disturbing incident involving his daughter and her boyfriend. The officer, disapproving of his daughter's relationship, engages in unwarranted actions that escalated into a shocking abuse of authority. Officer Kovat, disapproving of his daughter Caitlin's relationship with her black boyfriend, tracks her laptop to a neighbor's house, exhibiting stalker-like behavior. The situation unfolds as he confronts Caitlin's boyfriend, Makai Coleman, and unlawfully pulls him over. Officer Kovat, without legal justification, pulls over Makai Coleman, who is not violating any laws. The officer's actions seem fueled by personal disapproval rather than professional duty. Kovat's response to Makai's question about the reason for the stop is chilling. He asserts, "We'll make it up as we go," indicating a willingness to abuse his authority by fabricating charges against Makai. Inside the police car, Kovat continues to threaten Makai, demonstrating unprofessionalism and an abuse of power. His actions raise serious concerns about his impartiality as a law enforcement officer. Kovat confronts Caitlin's friend's mother, Gloria Morales, accusing her daughter of harboring Caitlin. The situation escalates, with Kovat threatening legal action and attempting to coerce information. The officer adopts an aggressive stance and a hostile tone, disregarding protocol. His attempt to gather information involves baseless accusations and intimidation. In a shocking turn, Kovat detains Caitlin against her will, pushing her into the back of his police car. Despite her legal age, he ignores her pleas and falsely claims it is for a mental health checkup. Officer Kovat faces internal affairs investigation, leading to his subsequent termination for violating department standards of conduct. The incident highlights the dangers of unchecked power and personal biases within law enforcement. Officer Kovat's actions not only jeopardize his career, but also raise broader questions about the need for accountability and oversight in policing. Marion Humphrey Jr., a law student and son of retired county judge Marion Humphrey Sr., faces a contentious traffic stop where he questions the officer's probable cause. Despite his composed demeanor, Marion exhibits an extended detention, a vehicle search, and allegations of rights violations. He later files a lawsuit against the officers involved. Marion Humphrey Jr. is pulled over after allegedly driving dangerously. During the traffic stop, he questions the officer's probable cause, asserting his rights. The situation escalates when the officer decides to search Marion's U-Haul, leading to an extended detention. Marion subsequently files a lawsuit, alleging violations of his 4th and 14th Amendment rights.
Arkansas 955. Young John.
Marion Humphrey Jr. is pulled over for suspected dangerous driving. As a law student, he questions the officer about the probable cause for the stop, highlighting the importance of legal scrutiny. Marion maintains a calm and respectful tone throughout the encounter, complying with the officer's request. He even involves his father, a retired county judge, by having him listen in on the arrest. Despite Marion's cooperation, the officers detain him for over an hour and proceeds to search his U-Haul with a police dog, claiming a narcotics alert. The search yields no evidence, raising concerns about the necessity and legitimacy of the actions taken. Marion files a lawsuit against the officers, asserting violations of his 4th and 14th Amendment rights. The case underscores the significance of protecting individuals' constitutional rights during law enforcement encounters. The legal case initiated by Marion Humphrey Jr. against the officers involved is ongoing, emphasizing the importance of